Guys, what's up? Welcome to another Soul Knight video, and today I'm going to be showing you the new and improved updated strategy to how to beat Soul Knight in the Rosemary Island, this time for difficulty 6. Okay, and let's just jump right into it. So first let's go to Rosemary Island. Let's just hop in there, and I will show you that I in fact have everything beaten at level 5, and I should have the witch at level 6. It's a bit odd that I don't, but let's just pick any random character. Let's go knight because the knight's going to be standard for most of you guys. So I have the first ability. I think this is the first ability equipped, and let's just hop right into a game. Okay. So first things first is the three things that we have to worry about right off the bat are going to be the first three bosses. Okay. There's only three bosses, but the bosses in the order. So it should be Dendroid King, then the Night Witch, then the Night Wanderer. And so this first level is actually, I believe, to be easier than the first level of difficulty 5, just because you don't have to deal with all the fire and everything. So this one, there's not really much to say. You just gotta kind of do, I wouldn't say normal strategies, just break the plants, make sure that you get a buff if you can, or not a buff, but items, because sometimes you can get food, and you'll heal at the end of every level, and I'm sure you guys already know that. So strategy, with these two new weapons coming out, we're not going to choose any of them. We're going to go directly for the same weapon. We're going to go for this Moonshine Frostblade, right? If you don't have it, you can just grind out some Rosemary Island levels. I'd recommend doing difficulty 5, going as far as you possibly can with difficulty 5, because it's going to give you more season coins. You get about 7,000 per week. So if you do just a couple games, about 7 games, if you make it up to maybe level 5, 10-ish of difficulty 5, you'll get about 1,000 coins. I'm not really sure what the not conversion rate, but the rate on it is. And honestly, just roll for mythical chests. And this actually is, I wouldn't say that it's pretty common, because all of the mythical weapons I think have the same chance of dropping. But you don't need this fully upgraded or anything like that. You can just unlock it for the first time, and don't worry about like creating it in the shop or anything like that. Another thing that you can do to make your level 5 runs a little bit more easy is try to complete the other objectives on the gold trophy. That'll give you a mythical weapon for the first level, because the first level really is the hardest level. I'm not gonna lie. The first level of difficulty 5 is just hard because usually you have like a short range weapon that doesn't give you a lot of damage, and so you're facing against these enemies that are burning you, and then you just kind of die. So we're just gonna look and roll for just some melee stuff. I'm gonna take this just because although it's gonna decrease our movement speed, the health is really gonna be more beneficial in this scenario. Okay. So we're going to complete this probably in around 21 minutes, 22 minutes. That's around the average time that it takes. It could be actually a little bit longer, around 25 minutes, because we're going to be looking for a legendary buff that basically circles around the bullets that you fire. So it is the... Sorry, let me just focus right here. You're going to want to focus on maxing out your luck, just because it is going to give you a lot better. And obviously, these little like food items and stuff that you're going to buy, they're going to vary from player to player. Just based on your playstyle, it's going to be pretty drastically different what you want to buy. But I'd focus on getting your defense up, because you don't want to die immediately. You're going to want to focus on getting your melee damage up, and like just your weapon damage in general. And probably you can go projectile speed later, but luck, defense, and damage are really what's gonna be heavy hitters. If you have to choose, I'd choose to upgrade your like defensive stuff first, so that's gonna fall under like actual defense, so like your milk cartons, but also your knight's fried rice, your wine, and your coconuts, which are gonna indirectly give you more defense by giving you more health. So that's gonna give you more of a buffer. Between the two, I'd probably go with health and shield, and I would go with health more, just because although your shield regenerates, usually those health items are going to give you more health for the amount of money that you're spending. So let's just finish up this level. Make sure you're breaking these plants. Another good buff to get is the legendary. Is it's a blue buff, but it's a legendary. It gives you a legendary for every 50 plants that you get. So if you can find it, always grab that. Always grab the monsters can explode on impact too if you find that one. Obviously, these are a bit rarer. Grab salary just because it's going to make your run a lot easier. In difficulties before 6, you don't really need to get the frozen thing because the only one that you really have to worry about is would be probably difficulty 5 level 2, which is the snow ape. And he can be defeated pretty easily. He can be defeated in a couple hits, so you're not going to be too pressed about that. The only reason I do this is because there's a lot more enemies that are going to be hitting you. And one thing about this melee weapon, whoops, is it's really nice because it can not only block shots, but it also has this ranged attack, this 3 or 4 range, depending on how upgraded you have it. So and we're just gonna take care of him real quick. Not that much of a problem, and we're gonna make sure to get these plants just because they can drop food. I hate these guys. I hate the poison and like AoE effects and like AoE DOT effects, just because they're kind of annoying sometimes. So coconut juice is good, or whatever it's called. I actually don't know what it's called. Is it coconut juice or coconut milk? It's coconut water. I was whoops, wrong for all of them. We are not gonna take that. We will take the movement speed just because we took a little bit of a hit to it earlier. Take that projectile size up, take that melee damage. I don't think we want anything there. Oops, excuse me. I don't really need skill up just because I'm not going to probably be using the skill a lot just because I don't really like it. We'll take Soul Strike. And we don't have enough for anything else. Woo, I'm hiccuping a lot. Woo. All right. So, and if you can do this on the night, you can do this on pretty much any character. Though, one thing I will say, be careful with squishy characters in the beginning just because, and also ones that use the dash punch in the beginning, just because you can get into situations where you put yourself in front of the enemy. Oh my gosh, I am hiccuping. Ooh. So we got a projectile speed up, that's good. Or not speed, size, my bad. We're not doing as much damage as I would like right now. That's okay. So we'll take this defense. We'll take the clam too. I think is clam movement speed? Yeah, clam is movement speed. What's coffee then? I think I may have mixed something up. We'll take that health. We'll take the fire just because I've only played this mode once. I don't know if there's because I think level 6 is randomized levels. So let's do this. I'm gonna hold my breath just to try to get rid of these hiccups. Ooh, oh my gosh. That didn't seem like that worked. So I'm just gonna keep talking. Alrighty. Just gotta clear up this wave. I don't think there's much, but make sure you get this Moonshade Slash Blade. It doesn't matter what, like how upgraded it is, because really all the upgrade does is make it a little bit more consistent. And so like it takes less. I think it takes less energy to use, and like its cooldown is reduced by a couple seconds. Okay, so we'll take that because it's free. We'll take that mana increase, and let's see. We'll take that. We'll obviously take luck. We'll take poison just because there are a little bit of the things, and I'm gonna get some water real quick. We'll take that obviously, and we'll take projectile up. We'll take it, yeah. So movement speed, yeah. Okay. Aye, aye, aye. Okay. Well, maybe it was a good thing that we got that additional poison resistance. Oh, hello, boss slime. So I do know that random bosses will like show up like this. So there we go. I think he's dead. But yeah, poison resistance in every level is going to be good, especially level 5. Because level 5 on level 6, there's the Varkalin leader, which is a little bit of a pain if you don't have a um a poison resistance. Sorry, that's what I was thinking of. In level 5, sorry, I'm saying a lot of tips for this, not this difficulty, but it goes a lot of them cross over in difficulties. So with level 5, the first main hurdle you're gonna have is obviously level 1. After level 1, I think level 4 is a little bit difficult just because you don't really have stats up, and it's a first kind of rush wave where there's gonna be multiple. Ooh, let's kill some of these guys. Yeah, let's get them. I don't think that gave us any rosemary beans, but that's all right. Um, so take increase in salary. The level 4 is the first rush wave, and you might be set it up enough. You might not be. And then level 6 is when the Barkland leader comes, and then after that, it should be pretty smooth sailing until the Night Wanderer, because the Night Wanderer can be very difficult. Honestly, just avoid his attacks because remember, the most important thing is surviving, right? So it doesn't matter if you like don't defeat him within the time frame because at the end of the day, you're not going to defeat him if you die, right? So use your revives wisely as well. And another thing that I will say, it's kind of cheesy, that you can do is you can exit out of the game once per level, and it'll save your progress. So it won't do that. Okay, so we're gonna take this whirlwind slash thing, and we'll also, if we find the melee size increase, we'll take that as well. We'll always take salary. Salary's always good, always worth it because it's about 30 gold and it gives you 20. See, yep. And we'll take that as well because damage up is always nice. I'm looking for a glacial cabbage rather than a spicy crab just because, it does more. But I'm not going to complain about this. Okay. So this is the Witch of the Mist, not Night Witch. Ah, there we go. Thank you for giving me my answer. So she's not too difficult to defeat. Just kind of keep your distance. And once again, most of the difficulty from these bosses is keeping them. Ah, shoot. Most of the difficulty of these bosses is really just keeping away their projectiles. So if you have a melee weapon that blocks their projectiles and also does range damage, because it's kind of dangerous to get up to them sometimes, it really becomes easy because this is pretty much just a ranged weapon with a very good melee option. Because you can always stall out those 6 to 8 seconds that you're gonna be using to then just fire big clips. Or not big clips, blah, big things. See, I don't have energy anymore, so I'm not gonna fire anything, but that's okay because we still have a pretty damn good melee option. All right, so we're gonna just get these plants, see if we have anything, and we'll take that. Now, it is kind of concerning that I am running out of mana though, because I this guy has pretty decent mana. Okay, so we'll take bullet size. We'll take that. Take this. I don't remember what this does. Or we won't take that. We don't really need that, and we don't really need that. We'll take that, and we'll take that, and then we'll go to the next level. So that way we can get 100 rosemary beans right off the bat. Or actually, I guess yeah, 100 rosemary beans because we're gonna get 100 or 80, and then we should get 100. I think 102. Okay. These guys, these mother freakers. Yeah, no, I hate them. Ah, the next one Also in level 5, that'll be a little bit difficult if you don't have heat resistance, which let me see. I do have heat resistance, so I can just walk on this. Will be Neon, whatever the heck you want to call it. Which comes at around level 10, I want to say. On difficulty 5. With lower difficulties, you really don't need to worry about anything. Level 4, volcanic sandworm is kind of the same thing the as neon, except it's a little bit more difficult to destroy because it obviously goes down in burrows, but freezing it will also freeze it in place, so you'll be able to get a few shots off. Just make sure you have relatively good damage. We should have taken that apple pie because I'd rather have the luck rather than I just did it again. Okay, so we'll also take this. This one's really good. We'll take Knight's Red Rice. That's just pure health. I don't even really know what this does. So we're not going to take it because I don't think it's ever proved useful to me, and I don't really know what it does. Maybe I'll look it up later. And we'll refresh one more time because it's starting to get a bit expensive, and we'll just go in because we're looking for a very specific thing. We're looking for the bullet size. Our bullets will fly around player, I think it is. And that's just to defeat the Night Wanderer. I don't think we're going to defeat the Night Wanderer. I think I'll just show you this time how to just avoid his attacks. Oh, I'm getting some feedback in my AirPod. That's a bit wonky. But yeah, random bosses like this will show up. And that's one of the things that's really nice about this being a, once again, melee weapon that is also a ranged weapon, is that you can just block bullets, but you obviously can't block AoE effects. So what you're going to want to do is just try to get those 3 resistances as much as you can. See, yeah, we have frost, we have poison, and we have fire damage. And also, quick tip, if you're going into a fight, you can bring buffs in with you. So I'll show you what I mean. About 10 seconds, we'll take that clam just to retake this. This is always good. This is what I'm talking about. 120. We're looking for something in particular. And we're not going to find it. And we don't really need that Knight's Fried Rice because we're pretty good on health right now. Obviously, you can if you feel like you need it, but once it gets around 50 health, I'm usually good. Noticeably, our shield is a little low. I usually like to keep it around 30-30 split, but honestly, that's alright. Oh, this is one of the bosses. I forgot about that. Yeah. I don't like these guys. These guys are not pleasant. So we're just gonna block these attacks, make sure that we don't die because we don't have any shield left. And we're gonna focus on getting these plants around us just because we have that buff now. Probably should have gotten the more plants upgrade, but that's neither here nor there. We have about 20 seconds to go. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a second. Whoops. I was readjusting my stuff. You can't kill me now. Yeah, no. This difficulty in. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Whoops. Okay, we'll take Dragonbeard Noodles just because we can. We'll take more luck. We'll take another slash. Just decreases the cooldown. I don't really need to be immune to traps or collision damage. We will take this, however. We'll take that just for a little bit more security. And I guess that would be good to have as well. All right. So we're going to go in there. I'm not going to take the hit to movement speed because movement speed is it's not super important, but if your movement speed is too low, you're not going to be able to run away from mobs. So let's just get a baseline of how much damage we're doing. We're doing about 54 per hit. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And this is also a little bit better of an example of how a typical run might go, just because, you know, you don't always get that big bullet size, and that's all right. So I know my last video, a little bit unrealistic, just getting it right off the cuff, pretty much as early as we could have gotten it. I think we got it around level 9 or 10. So not super, super early, but also not nearly as late as you would usually get it. So we're going to try one last time to get this stuff over here. Take the defense. We probably need it going to the boss fight. We will take that. That's not what I meant to do. We'll take a free reroll. We'll take more plants. And finally, we'll take that because I don't think we're going to find it. And so let's just get that. We're not going to take that. Oops. Excuse me. And yeah, we'll take this one more time. Just because we might get it in the middle of the fight. Okay. So Night Wanderer, ultimate strategy, I guess. I'm not gonna try to kill him. I'm just gonna try to avoid his attacks. I don't really need any of the plants or anything around him. Not super useful. So just avoid that, avoid that. We'll take. You definitely want to avoid these little frisbee things, because these are what's gonna. They'll basically trap you into not being able to do anything. Okay. Whoops. See, that just drained my health. Okay, so can't find him. Brody. Brody, get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Okay, so yeah, this is where he's gonna. Oh, never mind. Found him. I thought he was gonna disappear. Because I just don't think feasibly right now we have enough time to defeat him. Because it's been quite a few seconds. We have not done it yet. And it seems like this time he's not going to do a charge attack, which is really weird. Usually what he'll do is he'll disappear, and then he'll show up, it'll zoom in really close, and all you want to do is you just want to go down or you want to go up to avoid his attack. Like this. See this? I'm going to go up, because otherwise he will take out pretty much all your health. Yeah, and we're not going to be able to defeat him today. That's alright. We'll take all this stuff. Don't buy anything else, just because it converts into gems afterwards. Alright, and like that, just difficulty 6 right off the bat. And as you can see, let's go right here. Recent certificates, which level 6, all I used was that, all I used was that, all I used was that, and this was before the update came out, so let's go back, check our progress. Oh, like I was saying, so these are going to be really useful, just planting the plants that you're going to get around from around. Like this one in particular is useful. This is the fire one, so if you're doing level 5, you're going to get this one before you go in. I mean, you can, obviously. You don't have to. But it's going to be pretty helpful. So let's go in one more time. And just to, dang, 3 of them. And just to show you, huh, that's a bit odd. But anyway, that's all for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.